Let's Queer Up Trans Rights. GLAAD wins Emmy, and NBC broadcasts their heartwarming trans kids commercial from GLAAD.org/equalitynow. Founded in 1985, GLAAD is a media nonprofit organization focused on LGBTQ+ advocacy and cultural change. GLAAD holds the media and studios accountable, tracking and calling out representation gaps, combating hate and misinformation, pushing for accurate and authentic representation. GLAAD is making profound, transformational, and long-lasting changes to our LGBTQ+ culture and pushing us closer to 100% LGBTQ+ acceptance. These efforts will be getting much recognition as the GLAAD community will receive the Governor's Award at this year's Emmy telecast. On January 15th, the GLAAD community will receive the Governor's Award during the live Emmy telecast on Fox. You all can help GLAAD write the acceptance speech by telling them a TV moment that matters to you, and then tune in to the 75th Primetime Emmy Awards on Monday at 8 p.m. on Fox and watch the speech you helped inspire. As if this is not exciting enough, this week, NBC and other platforms began broadcasting this GLAAD's trans kids commercial featuring the Briggle family that appeals to people to protect trans kids and their families. GLAAD was fundamental in the project. 2024 has really started on a bright note for the community.
Do you want to meet a family with a transgender kid? Here we are. Max loves to do backflips. Max loves to play his ukulele. Max loves to just be a kid and just be himself. When I found out I was pregnant, all I really wanted was a happy, healthy, whole child. And that's what I got. If you've never met a transgender child before, what I want you to know is that that child is no different than yours. They have the same hopes and dreams and deserve the same equality as your child does. We tell our kids as often as we can that we love them in as many ways as possible. There are some politicians who are trying to tear my family apart simply because my son is transgender. Trans kids don't have a political agenda. They are just kids. They just want to be left alone. My family's just like yours. We love our kids unconditionally, and we will never stop fighting for them. Stand with us. Protect our families.
Mother Briggle is the essence of true love, and her heartfelt message deserves to be heard by everyone on both sides of the aisle. I really hope that it reaches the viewership that needs to see and hear it the most.
Yeah, I mean, this brings up, I was part of PFLAG for many years, and when we would have parents of trans kids come through the door, and with all of the things that they're dealing with the issues that trans children face, whether it's in school, bullying, how to identify. The hardest thing was, on top of that, you're still a teenager, or you're still in, so they have like a double, and for the parents, they're trying to address that. So to hear this mother tell the story, it's exactly the story that everyone needs to hear, that these are, as a parent, you'll do anything for your children. And so brave as can be to go on TV and to speak out, especially in the climate that we're in.
Yeah, so proud of NBC. I mean, GLAAD is an amazing organization. They have never slowed down, but so proud of NBC for airing this during the Emmy, because, we had the whole scandal last year with Dylan Mulvaney, and she was on Bud Light, and the nut jobs lost their minds and started shooting beer cans and all kinds of crazy stuff. This just shows me that people haven't backed away from that fight, that a lot of good people still believe that we all get equality, that a lot of good people still believe we all deserve unconditional love, and that we're here to support each other. And clearly NBC has said, we're going to air the commercial, right? Are some people not going to like it? Absolutely. Are we airing the commercial? Absolutely. And we just need more of that. Sure. We really need more of that to get us all over this next line, so that we don't have these fears of falling back into really, really dark times.
The Emmys are this weekend. very excited. I was nominated once, you know. But the local, not national, but it all counts. But this family is brave. But the fact is, on the Emmys, they're going to have a very sympathetic audience.
Yeah.
They're going to have an audience that's going to be basically open to this. I hope GLAAD has the budget to buy time to show this ad on Fox during the Republican National Convention, on CNN during big events like that. Maybe even during return nights on Super Tuesday, because that's where people need to see it. Those are the people that need to be affected, because the people who tune into that will care about what these elections mean for our trans brothers and sisters. Maybe it will sway a few swing votes in a swing state and make the difference.
You know, the idea that some of those people that would not like that commercial, that they don't have trans kids or gay kids, is not true. I mean, they all have people like that in their lives.
Yeah.
Right? But what they're not showing them is love. What they're showing them is ignorance, right? And so it's like, maybe that commercial would be a good teaching tool, right? A way to give them the words that they don't have. Sometimes people need that as well. And I'm all happy. If GLAAD doesn't have the budget, now would be a good time for some of these high rollers to step up and make sure that they have the budget. To get that out there. Yeah. You know, now is the time, because we're at a time now. This is not. We're in the middle of a war. This is a war. This is not politics. This is not like, oh, well, we'll just see what happens in 4 years. It's not that.
Yeah.
It's really dangerous out there. The things that are happening are really, it's very, very serious. It's affecting people's lives in horrendous ways. Trans kids, LGBTQ kids, the suicide rates, all these different things. These are not jokes. These are people's lives. We have to push, and we have to push hard. And if that means some of these billionaires need to give up a couple of dollars to make sure GLAAD has
I agree.
has what they need, now's the time to do it.